Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Pokemon Soul Silver. This is episode number 36, and today we are doing the same thing that we did on Tuesday. We are taking down 2 more gyms. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to be going through them pretty quickly here. So our first gym is going to be, I believe this is Jasmine. I believe she's the gym leader here. But it is the daughter of Koga. So Koga, if you'll recall, in the first Pokemon playthrough of the Kanto area, is like the ninja warrior, aka the poison type gym leader. And his daughter has followed in his footsteps and is doing the same thing, is a gym leader of the poison typing. Once again, I'm going to sneeze. Woo! That was a big one. And in the first minute of the episode too, if there wasn't a disruption in an Average Joe episode, would it really be an Average Joe episode? I think not. So as always, I'm going to try and battle every single person inside of the gym that we can prior to going up against the gym leader. I think it always makes the most sense to do this. It's a good way to gain some extra EXP, like right out the gate. Just some quick and easy, nice EXP that you can put on your team without really having to go out of your way to do anything. Use some PP on your moves. Maybe you have to use some items since you're in here. I mean, you could always go back to the health center if you want to, but I always find it a lot easier to just do these sorts of battles, get them out of the way, get the extra EXP, because once you beat the gym leader, frequently these gym battles aren't available to you anymore. So it's a very good free way to just run in here, get some EXP, and call it a day. Now, in the last episode, I remember saying I think Tomahawk was going to be the MVP, and then he actually really didn't turn out to be. I guess he was for a good chunk of the video, but I think it was really a team effort if you go back and take a look at that video. Like, it was everybody contributing on the team. And I think that's going to be a little bit of the same here on this episode, but I do think he's going to have a much better standing on the team. Like, he's going to do a lot more damage here against the gym leader, so that is definitely something more leaning in his direction. You know, it's definitely something to be said about him. He's definitely going to have a lot more momentum in this episode than he had in the last one. And sorry about that, I just ran over to grab like a, I guess you would call it a hoodie, but it's not really a hoodie, it's just a long sleeve t-shirt with a hood. Almost like a flannel with a hood, I guess. But it is approaching that time of year where fan noise and things like that won't be as transparent throughout the episodes, because it is getting a little bit colder here. Right now it is 52 degrees, so it's a little chilly. And of course I keep it cold because my dog is of the winter variety. She likes it nice and cold in here. Isn't that right, puppy? Hey, you like it nice and cold in here? She says she likes it nice and cold in here, folks. What can I say? She doesn't lie. She never lies. But here we go. Let's give the max ether here on Psychic. And let's heal everybody up. Let's get them all good to go for this fight. I didn't foresee Erica being a tough fight either, and it was last episode. So it could very well be a tough fight. It looks like I did miss a trainer up there in the top right, but that's okay. Missing one isn't too bad. I just don't like breezing through these gyms and not challenging everybody, so it's kind of a shame that we didn't get to fight them, but it's okay. Now, Crobat comes out first. I know we're going to be pretty strong against Crobat, but not as strong as we're probably going to be against the rest of the team, so I likely wanted to start this fight out with Shocker, aka Zapperman, and I think that would have given us the most bang for our buck, but you know, mistakes were made. It only further goes to show that I don't do too much investigation before doing these Let's Play episodes, so you are getting a genuine portrayal of what happened. Confuse Ray, you son of a bitch. There's another soda pop. Confuse Ray is just always a shit show to deal with. It's never fun. And I know we didn't lose that much health there, but now we're confused. Like, all sorts of problems can occur now. Tomahawk grew to level 51. Good job, Tomahawk. Shadow gets some EXP. Ariados is coming out next. I think if it wasn't for the confusion, this would just be a straight, like, psychic devouring of the team. But I think that confusion is actually going to have some negative drawbacks on the team. So that, yeah, look at that. Look at how much Poison Jab does. And it's like none of that would happen if I could just hop out there and use Psychic. So it is going to be a little bit of a drawback. At the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be pivotal because we're still one-shotting everything that she's going to throw out here. But, yeah, any let-up on that Psychic would be great. A Shadow is going to learn to move Last Resort. We end up not teaching to Shadow, although I would argue if you still have a normal type attack, this isn't a bad one. It's just, you can't use it unless all of your other moves are used, and we have Flash and Cut on Shadow, which realistically we're never going to use in battle, so it really doesn't make sense. But I'm glad that Shadow can still learn a move or two, because sometimes that's not the case once you evolve a Pokemon, either through friendship or a stone or any sort of those sorts of means. So I'm glad to see it's still learning some moves outside of what I would expect it to learn, but I just wish it had a little bit more variety. I've said that time and time again, but I digress. Anyways, here comes another Ariados. I snap out of confusion, and I think it's just going to be a Psychic devouring of this team after that. Like, I really don't foresee any problems here. Venomoth is coming out, which we had in a Nuzlocke when we did Pokemon Fire Red, and we named him Puff Daddy. And Puff Daddy was a good teammate. I don't know if this will be a one-hit on Venomoth. If not, it's going to be a two-hit for sure. It's a one-hit. Yeah, Venomoth goes down. Oh no, Venomoth hung on. And he was healed right into the yellow there. He's going to use Signal Beam. Hopefully that's not a ton of damage. Just because at this point it would be nice for Tomahawk to circle it up. And he does, right? It's nice for him to just wrap up the episode joyfully, and we don't have to worry about any of that extra nonsense. So that's very nice. There we go. Jasmine is done. Another gym badge. So that is gym badge number 4 here in the Kanto region. It's impressive. We're getting a lot of work done this week. I mean, we went from 1 to 4 as of right now, and by the end of the episode, we will have 5 gym badges. So that is always pretty good news. Let's not teach any items. Poison Jab. Can anybody learn Poison Jab on the team? That's pretty good power. The accuracy is nice at 100%. But I don't think anybody can learn it. Yeah, everybody's enabled. Or unable to learn it. So that sucks. It's one I'm going to hang on to, though, if we ever decide to change our team up a little bit. It's definitely going to be one of those moves that's beneficial to teach everybody. I do get a little bit lost leaving the gym here. I'm supposed to go over to the left and out. But this is just me being a goon and trying to hurry up and get the episode done extra quick for you guys, you know? It's just me being a doofus. Sometimes it happens. I try to battle that. I try to see if I can battle that other gym trainer there. I don't think I can, but it was worth a shot. And now we might as well just go straight ahead and fly. I know we definitely need to heal up, but we can heal once we get to the next gym that we are going to be going to, which is right up here, Cerulean City. And this is actually why I started training, so I'll give a little bit of backstory here as we go and heal up and actually unlock the gym and things like that. I was under the impression that we had to do something to unlock the Kanto gym leaders, because the first gym I checked after Lieutenant Surge was Misty's gym. And it turns out Misty's gym is the only gym where she just isn't hanging out. Well, there's one other gym in the future, but when we get there, and I already knew about that one. But Misty isn't just hanging out, she's going off and doing something, and we have to tell her that we want to battle her in order for her to come to the gym to battle us. So I thought all the Kanto gyms were locked until I did something with the electrical grid, and then did something with some of the side quests that we're going to be doing in the next episode here coming out on Tuesday. So I was like, oh, I might as well just go all around Kanto and train up against all the gym leaders then. And just do that. And it turns out, yeah, I was wrong. Like, the reason why Misty's gym is locked is because she's up in an area and we just need to go tell her that we want to fight her. And then after that, we could fight her, and all the other Kanto gym leaders, as you've seen, are just hanging out in their gym per normal. So last week, I apologize. We did have a training episode. I did shitloads of training off screen. If there were any highlights, I'm sure I shared them, but everybody's pretty much fully evolved except for Zillakiller on the team, and his evolution's way off in the distance, so I think it didn't hurt. If anything, it really helped us because I don't have a ton of training to do now, and I got all the levels out of it that I possibly could prior to going against these gym leaders, so it makes the gym leaders just that much easier that we could just, I don't want to say walk through them because they do have their challenges, but we can at least go into them without having the idea of like, oh my god, I'm 8 to 9 levels under-leveled, this is going to turn out really bad. Whereas now we're maybe 2 or 3, maybe 5 at max, under-leveled on some of these gym trainers, but with our strong team, we can get through a gym like that just through having 1 or 2 more team members that are able to come out and do some extra damage here and there, so it set me back a little bit, I guess, long story short, but at the same point in time, I feel like we're a better trainer at the end of the day because of it. But now we are clear to go ahead and fight through all the trainers here in Cerulean Gym. I'm going to start with this guy off to the side because he strikes me as a guy that I wouldn't battle. Like, I would miss him if I just went this way. A Horsia. I think Thunder Punch is the safe move here. You can see Zapper Man is definitely one of our lower level Pokemon at this point in time, so it's going to be pivotal that we do all these little gym battles, and hopefully, I mean, this battle here should get him to level 48, yep, there it is, and then maybe, by the graces of God, we can get him to level 49 come the time that we go up against Misty, which would be very, very nice. We would know that whatever she's going to throw at us, we're probably going to do a good job. Discharge is a really good move. Thunder Punch, a little bit weaker, but usually gets the job done on Pokemon that are lower level than us, so good that we have that mix of moves in there. The dog's staring at me. She's looking like she's having a fun time and is ready for sleep for sure, but here we go. I did, just for transparency, I always like to be a little bit transparent, but why I'm mentioning the dog like that is we're doing both Tuesday and Thursday night's videos here on Saturday night, and it is a little after 10:30, so she's all tuckered out. Her and I got in, let's see, what do we get in, girl? We got 8 or 9 miles in today, running wise, so, and then some walks on top of that, so she is definitely exhausted, and then she had some pork for dinner. So, long story short, that's why I'm bringing it up. She is a tired dog tonight. There we go. Super effective move against the Golduck. And we've defeated that trainer. Not much to be said there. Let's go into this one. Like I said, I like to battle these trainers. I know sometimes it's probably a little bit boring for you guys to watch. If anything, it lets me share some of the personal stuff, I guess, behind the scenes and things like that, because it's not over-the-top exciting, but it does help get us some EXP. I don't think there's any shame in sharing that. Like, It is good for our EXP. Here with Zapperman, aka the Shocker, as we call him over here on the channel, I do decide to go with a Thunder Punch. I likely should have went with a Discharge, but 2 Thunder Punches should do it, and we do have potions here, so we could always just use that. I want to make sure I don't run out of Discharge PP. Discharge PP. What a sentence there. I want to make sure I don't run out of that. The Discharge PP. The Discharge from the PP. Yeah, we don't want to run out of that prior to Misty's battle, because that's going to be our strongest Electro-type move that we can use against her. So, that's why I'm kind of being a little shy on how I use it. There, I use Signal Beam. Like I said, I'm just trying to save the maximum amount of PP we can use per move for when we go up against Misty, because Misty is going to be a little bit tricky from what I remember, but not overly bad as long as we play our cards right. Here is a Sea King. I think I'm going to be a little bit on the safer side this first time around and use a Discharge. But I do believe this trainer has another Sea King, in which I'm just going to, yeah, that's fine there. But I think this second Sea King, I'm actually going to use Thunder Punch just to see how much damage that does. I don't think it's above and beyond. I think it's still a one-hit KO, but I wanted to be safe there. And we have 12 hits with Discharge. After this hit, it'll be 11 hits with Thunder Punch. There's one more trainer before we go up against Misty. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident that we're going to have a nice, clean battle here with Misty, so. And I'm not giving any potions to Zapperman just yet, even though he could surely use them. I just want to save them all for directly before Misty. Zapperman's still alive. The Shocker is still rocking and rolling. Might as well just keep him in his duty and get done what we need to get done. You know, it's just that simple. If he's not crying, let's just continue rolling with it. There's a dog making a... I'm not sure if you heard that on the camera, but she gave a good... She is ready. There we go. Another sailor down. Let's go into the bag. Back to that one, Average Joe. What are you doing? We need a Hyper Potion. And I don't think anybody else took damage. No, everybody else is A-okay, so we're good to just use this Hyper Potion and move on. Let's go challenge Misty and get our 5th gym badge in the Kanto region, which will only leave 3 more. Which is pretty exciting stuff. Actually, now that I see what's in store for us, I think this may go over the Kingdom Hearts 2 Let's Play, but I'm hoping not. And Zapperman's out here. I'm actually going to switch him out right away. I know Golduck can actually cause problems for us, and I don't necessarily want to deal with that, so let's throw in Tomahawk. Just the mixture of Confuse Ray, Confusion from Water Pulse, some of the Psychic type abilities. I do not want... Yeah, I do not want Zapperman having those problems later in the fight, because he's going to be pivotal in changing how this whole fight goes. Like, he's going to be the saving grace, if there ever was one, for this fight. So we need him to remain healthy. And this is, it's straight up bullcrap here. I use Ominous Wind. I forget that Golduck technically isn't a Psychic type. Psyduck is, and then when it evolves, it's not a Psychic type anymore, so that kind of sucks. Hopefully Shadow Ball here still does some good damage. Tomahawk's not going to be pivotal in this fight, so if he passes away in us fighting here, that's okay. We probably won't need him for the remainder of the fight, so Tomahawk, you did a good job, but if you inevitably die here, that's alright, my man. You did above and beyond what I would expect out of you, my soldier. You are a good man. Tomahawk is down. I think VW Bug would likely be an okay move here, but he doesn't have any Bug-type moves. Which is... he's got Shadow Claw. That may help a little bit. Look at it. It's turned into the last episode. We got a team effort coming out here once again. Always impressive when we could pull that off, especially this late in the game. Like I said, if you look at all my levels on my Pokemon, like, we're pretty par for the course. But it is really cool when we get, like, a whole team to come out during a gym battle like this. Because I mean, typically you have one team member that is ultra strong against the rest of the Pokemon and just runs the freaking field. And we are not getting that this Let's Play. We are getting a lot of these involved battles with all of our team members doing an equal lift. And it's honestly pretty impressive. Now, Quagsire is going to come out. I'm going to keep VW Bug in here. VW Bug has been a good girl all episode. And I think Brick Break is going to be the best here because VW Bug, or Quagsire, has both water and ground typing. So it is going to be resistant to the electric typing. And I think the fighting type is going to be a good caveat to that. Our bug fighting type here with VW Bug is probably going to be an equal lineup. Like, they're pretty resilient to one another. Now, Water Pulse, hopefully it doesn't cause confusion. Please, dear God. Yeah, the Water Pulse itself never does a lot of damage. It's the confusion afterward that's just infuriating. Don't hurt yourself. Okay, Brick Break, there we go. Let's go, VW Bug. Bring it home, baby. VW Bug has been an MVP this whole entire series. It's been impressive. Rain continues to fall. Lapras is coming out. I will switch here. This is where the Shocker, aka Zapper Man, should come through full swing. Lapras is a pretty strong Pokemon. It's pretty solid defensively. So, I'm gonna need it to hang in there. Now, if there's any bullcrap maneuvers played on Zapper Man, I hate to warn Misty, but I will use some defensive health potions and things like that if you plan on screwing me over. A full restore, that's fair. I would do the same thing, but I'm gonna use the same exact move. Do the same exact damage, and I'm gonna use it the turn following. So Lapras is going to be, oh, Sing. As long as it doesn't put me to sleep right away. Fuck, it does. Are you fucking kidding me? There's always gotta be some bullshit like this. I get Yawn, like something that takes 1 or 2 turns. But Sing like that, and I guarantee there's a health item coming out here for Lapras. Like, it's just bound to happen. Ice Beam, okay. That's actually really fair, but I think it's going to put me into a spot where I'm not going to feel comfortable with Zapper Man. So I do think a health item is in line here for what we need to put on Zapper Man. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have Lapras that we're going to deal with here, and then Starmie's Ace, which we all know who it is. Misty's Ace. Not Starmie's Ace. We all know who is coming out after this. It's been Misty's head Pokemon since we've met Misty. But with all that being said, I am going to do the outro here. If you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational towards myself in making videos just like this now and in the near future. Right now, we are playing Pokemon Soul Silver as you are watching this here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then on Mondays and Wednesdays, we will be playing Halo Combat Evolved. And then likely Super Mario Land for the old Game Boy. Just until Super Mario Wonder comes out, and then we'll be playing through the entirety of that. I'm super excited to see how that game turns out. There's a lot of hype behind it, and I'm really excited to see what it has to offer, so we'll be doing that on Mondays and Wednesdays. Once we wrap up Halo Combat Evolved, then likely Super Mario Land, just as a little bit of a buffer there. And then once we are through with this Let's Play on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll likely be moving into one of the remakes of Generation 3, so we can go through that whole series once again. It is my least favorite generation, but I know you guys like seeing that sort of content, so we're going to continue making it. But with that being said, like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you comment, I give my word. I will comment back. I stay pretty good on that stuff, and I appreciate any likes or comments or subscriptions, of course, up until then. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, obviously I'm getting tired and the dog is tired here. I appreciate you watching to this point. If you did, drop a comment down below if you would be so kind, and we will see you all here on the next one. I hope you all had a terrific week so far leading up to this Thursday, and you have an even more terrific week moving forward. Gator actually does not learn this move because it's kind of a joke compared to our other moves. But with that being said, as always, everybody have yourself a snazzy week, and peace out, Girl Scout. As always, Queef.